Finally, this is it, Buddymeister. You did it. This is what you've been waiting for the past 6 years. Revenge.
What the hell happened to this place? What did you do, Buddymeister?
What I did? I let you win a losing game, Jimmy.
What?
Time has come full circle, my friend. I took over your channel. This is the Buddymeister review channel now. Buddy Mike, Buddy Set, Buddy Channel. Sometimes, maybe rarely, featuring the Jimmy Cage. I finally got you. You were so mean to me all these years. I finally got you.
What are you even talking about? This looks awesome! I should have handed the channel over to you years ago.
But my revenge.
Ready?
Yeah.
Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz, the Buddymeister.
We have reviewed more than 400 indie movies on the channel, and once a month we let all of our awesome supporters decide what we should review next. The last poll was all about early Shah Rukh Khan movies, and as you can see, Baazigar won the poll. The next poll is already up as well, and this time it's about 3 Marathi classics. Ashi Hi Banva Banvi, Pinjra, and Samna. Mm-hmm. And maybe you already recognized, but we try something new from starting from today. Normally, we had our reviews planned ahead and scripted, and we put everything down and then worked with the teleprompter. But with the new setup, we thought, hey, let's try something else. And now we will just kind of improvise. I mean, we have some notes, but it's free form now, so very informal. We will see how it works. As you know, English is not our mother tongue.
Yeah.
Es ist eigentlich Deutsch. Oh, yeah, it's actually German. But we will see. So, Dennis, are you ready for this?
I think I'm ready. And the thing is, we also, in our reviews up until now, we kind of knew what the other person thought about a movie. So now we both have our own notes, and we don't really know.
Yeah. So maybe you hated the movie. Down.
Maybe I hated Baazigar. Okay. Let's see. So first things first, maybe talk a little bit about the movie and the story, which year, which language. Some things always stay the same. Yeah, okay. I can say a few things. So Baazigar is a Hindi language romantic thriller that was directed by Abbas-Mustan. Abbas-Mustan are 2 brothers. They made like 14 movies up until now, and we haven't watched anything by them. It was released in 1993.
So, 30th anniversary.
Yeah. That's true. It's really true. Yeah. So, it stars Shah Rukh Khan, Kajol, Shilpa Shetty, Dalip Tahil, Raki, and Johnny Lever, and of course many, many more. Baazigar means gambler. Mm-hmm. So it translates to gambler. I found out the German title of this movie is Betrogene Liebe.
So betrayed love.
Yeah, betrayed love or cheating love, deceitful love, something like that. And it's loosely based on Ira Levin's 1953 novel A Kiss Before Dying. I haven't read the novel. It was adapted into a movie in 1991.
Yes.
Yeah, haven't seen that one either.
But also 1956, there's also an old movie. Same title, A Kiss Before Dying. And it was also turned into a Japanese movie by none other than Akira Kurosawa. Mm-hmm. So
you told me you haven't.
Yeah, I've got some notes.
Okay, some, but better than mine.
But it's mostly based on the 1991 Hollywood movie, I think. But also very loosely.
Okay. Yeah. So this was apparently Shah Rukh Khan's big breakthrough. Yeah. And it was Kajol's first commercial success. Yeah. So, and it was their first movie together. And I wasn't really sure. I found out, I thought they'd made like 12 movies up until now together.
I thought 14, but I'm not sure.
But I also found out just 9. I don't know. Maybe you can tell us how many movies did they do together. I have only seen DDLJ, I think.
DDLJ, and I have also seen My Name is Khan.
Yeah.
It's also with Kajol and Shah Rukh Khan. And I think this is the oldest Shah Rukh Khan movie for both of us.
Yeah.
I have seen Dar just a few weeks ago, which is also from 1993. And Dar came out just, I think, 40 days or something like that after this one.
Okay.
So pretty crazy, because in Dar, he's also playing the antagonist. So both these movies, Shah Rukh Khan plays a very different kind of role, at least at least in hindsight, because back then nobody knew him. He did some roles before, some smaller roles. I'm not sure if he got a leading role before this movie. I don't think so.
And I'm not sure if this was like, if he was the first choice for this role.
No, he wasn't.
I wrote some, maybe...
there were several.
Akshay Kumar or something,
Yeah.
I've read, or Salman?
Akshay Kumar, Anil Kapoor, and Salman Khan, all three turned it down. All three turned it down because of the negativity of the role, because he's an... I mean, I read that he's an antagonist. We will come to it later, but he's pretty much a villain. But all of the three of them thought it's not the best career move for them.
Yeah.
And Shah Rukh Khan, as far as I know, lobbied pretty hard to get the role, and also wanted it to be very extreme, so not to shy away from the dark side of the character. So pretty awesome. I think it's pretty... I think we both liked Shah Rukh Khan in the movie a lot.
Yes.
Hopefully. So I think it's safe to say that it's kind of a bummer that Shah Rukh Khan doesn't play these negative roles anymore.
Yeah. He like, maybe he does more like this. If he plays a hero, he's like, always has this mysterious side to him a little bit. But this one
is different.
Yeah, stuff like that he doesn't do anymore.
What about the story?
Yeah, the story. So I found a synopsis on Mubi, the platform, that I thought is pretty well written, because it doesn't like tell us everything, and it's I just read it. So, in this suspenseful Bollywood drama,
I agree,
dashing playboy Ajay Sharma steals the hearts of Seema and Priya, the daughters of his mortal enemy, Madan Chopra, who betrayed Ajay's family many years earlier.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
if you watch the movie, you of course know that even this sentence like tells you something
kind
that you already don't know, but I think it's okay, and we have to get into spoilers at some point.
The movie is 30 years old. It's a classic. It was very successful when it came out. I think it made like 10 times its budget or more. Yeah. I think everybody who watches this video has seen the movie. Yeah. So we will get into everything, I guess.
Yeah, because I actually...
You had no idea?
I mean, no idea is maybe a bit too much, but I thought about different like ways to go with the story. So it wasn't... the way it plays out is one option, but I thought it was also like... Another
totally. I mean, I knew that he's playing the antagonist.
Yeah.
And I liked the first hour, especially how the story unfolds slowly, because we don't really know what kind of character he is. I mean, the movie starts with this flashback with the little boy, and the mother is in shock, and there's some kind of trauma. So we know that this boy will probably turn into Shah Rukh Khan. That's obvious. So we know there's something dark in his past. Yeah. So his character... Okay, wait a second.
Someone
at the door. And we're back. So we already know from the beginning that there's something mysterious, something more to his character. He's probably not just this romantic, everyday kind of guy. But we don't really know how dark his character is really getting, because, I liked how in the first hour we see how he dates one woman, and then he dates the sister. And is he kind of a womanizer, or what's his kind of deal? And then after, I think, 1 hour and 5 minutes, the scene on the rooftop happens. And that's, I think, a pretty incredible scene.
Yeah, it's really great, yeah.
But maybe we should go back and just, Deniz, Buddymeister, how did you like the movie overall?
Yeah, I mean, this movie is like, it's 3 hours long, of course. It's 3 hours long, and... I actually liked it. I think it's a great movie in parts. Yeah. I think it's a bit too long.
Sure.
Yeah, and it has like this. Of course, it's a like typical 90s masala Bollywood movie with with action, with drama, with a lot of emotions, and with a lot of like banter and like some nonsense comedy stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bit too much for this movie, the comedy stuff. Yeah, I mean, maybe we can go into this now. But I think like all the stuff with
Johnny Lever,
the staff and the servants, it's like it's okay at the beginning, but it's getting too much, and it like took me out of the movie more than once because it's too long and it's too funny, it's too nonsensical for a movie that tries to be this
dark
serious psychological thriller, which it is. So I mean, it's like
we have seen hundreds of Indian movies by now, so we know that these tonal shifts are totally normal in Indian cinema. But the shifts are really kind of crazy. Shah Rukh Khan kills someone, and then we cut to a funny scene with the
where a person like can get a nail into a wall and stuff. It's a bit too silly.
I mean, it's for us. It's so foreign, but in Indian cinema, it's I think what you expect. And also, I think these scenes are like a palate cleanser. It was super dark and also violent. And then we get some family stuff. So I think it's totally normal there. And also, I was kind of primed because we didn't talk about the movie before. But one thing you texted me was that the comedy bits are kind of too much.
That's right,
And so I was primed for that. And then actually, like maybe half of the comedy bits I find very funny.
So in itself they are fine. In itself, and Johnny Lever and the staff of the actors that play the other servants. They are actually really funny. But like it's like this mishmash of the serious thriller and the
totally.
I mean, as you said, we know that from other movies, but sometimes it works a little bit better because the other stuff isn't as sinister and dark as this movie here.
If I would put out a kind of Jimmy Cage, not directors but critics cut, just for my own taste, I would probably cut like maybe 40 minutes out of the movie, and all the comedy scenes have to go. It would be very mean because Johnny Lever, he's a pretty funny guy, and I think most of the stuff was completely improvised. I read that he didn't get the script, so he probably had no idea what the movie's even about. But just while we're at the comedy stuff, I find it just so bizarre and kind of funny, but how much they are influenced by people like Charlie Chaplin and because there's this one guy at the party who totally looks like Charlie Chaplin, and then there's this one guy who totally looks like Oliver Hardy.
The other servant.
So bizarre. I don't know.
But I immediately recognized it.
And also we get again some Pink Panther music.
The music and the James Bond music is also in there. And they really like put it on top, and I think, well, it's funny the first time, but maybe the second, third, fourth, or fifth time, it's okay. But the one thing I have to say though, while we're at this topic about the funny stuff, is they at least use like the forgetfulness of Johnny Lever character. They at least use it one time to get the plot moving because like he can't remember who was on the phone, and they use it. They use the stuff. So
and it's so that's silly that it's cool. That it's fun. It's so dumb, but it's fun.
Exactly. But they at least they make something else out of it besides the nonsense.
But I found it also interesting that it's not just his character who's the comic relief, but early on we also get some fun stuff with Shah Rukh Khan because there's this fight scene where he's protecting Kajol's character, and the fight scene is completely over the top. But pretty fun.
With the bikers, you mean? Fight scene with the bikers. It starts with the coconut that flies against the helmet. It's actually a lot of the action, the fight scene with the bikers, but also the finale, which we will talk about a bit later. All that stuff reminded me very much of like 70s Amitabh Bachchan movies a little bit, like with this, I don't know, the style, the way it's shot, the colors, all that stuff is like, it feels like a Salim Javed movie, like Sholay is Salim Javed, I think.
I think so.
It has very much this touch of the 70s movies. Somehow.
But also, it looks pretty good. I mean, and the editing is also pretty. I mean, the editing in the particular scenes or how we get from one scene to the next. I mean, with a 3-hour movie, there are some cuts and edits that are not the best or maybe different to what we are used to, how a story progresses. But I was positively surprised by the cinematography and the editing.
Yeah.
The movie, I mean, it sounds silly, but it's great when you see a movie from the 90s and it totally looks like something for the cinema.
Yeah.
I mean, it has great shots. The compositions are cool. There are a lot of low angles and a lot of really powerful close-ups.
Yeah.
Where
point of view shots are awesome there.
Yeah. And I so often when I watched it, I thought this must have looked amazing on the big screen.
Yeah.
So the cinematography was done by, I think it was an English name, but it's
I haven't written that down. Yeah.
Thomas A. Xavier.
Okay.
But I think 99% sure he's from India. I just looked up his filmography, partly because I thought maybe he's from the West. But yeah, Thomas A. Xavier did the cinematography, which I think is pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, the people who did this movie, they knew how to like shoot a thriller. So, and of course, I mean, besides the song and dances, they're also shot in a great way. But like the thriller stuff is done pretty well. We talked about the scene on the rooftop where I mean, what is this? Are we talking about spoilers right now?
We can spoil it.
Okay, so
but maybe go 10 minutes back, because there's this scene where she writes the suicide letter.
Yeah. So the scene with the suicide letter.
That's the first shock, I think.
I mean, this scene, of course, shows how sinister the Ajay character really is, because he like, okay, this was just a test. Let's write a suicide note together. It was just a test to see how much you love me.
Yeah,
it's really something.
It's really something. But I find it funny in a really dark way.
Okay, yeah. Well,
but I wasn't prepared for him to just throw her off the building. And later we also find out that she is afraid of heights, or probably we already knew that, but not to what degree. So it's a really sinister plan, and the scene is really powerful. You watch it, and I mean, it's 30 years old, and I was still like, oh, what just happened?
Yeah, it worked so well on me, and that's this was still at the point where I didn't quite know where all this is going. So at this moment when they're on the roof, I was still suddenly it like clicked with me. And I thought, he's going to throw her off the roof. And I knew, whoa, now this is taking a turn that's very interesting from that point on. And like I said, it's shot in a great way. And also, this movie is like not shying away from being gruesome, because he's like leaving the house and we still see her body on the floor with the blood. And of course, there are some more scenes later on where he kills some more people, and they're even more gruesome, like and shot in a way like where we see this close up of his face, like where he's strangling someone and putting a body in a suitcase and stuff like the most psychopathic killer ever. It's really
totally. And I think I'm not sure, I read something, maybe it were the producers who were afraid to put the scene in where he throws the girl off. Okay. Because at that point in Hindi cinema history, it was uncalled for the hero of the movie to kill a young love interest. Okay. A girl, I think she's also... I think the actress is just 17 years old. So it was unheard of. And I read that they first wanted to cast Sridevi, and she should have played both roles, dual roles, so both sisters. Okay. And I think that's the way it is in the American original. Okay. But they changed their opinion because they thought, we can't kill Sridevi, because at that point Sridevi already had a huge following, and so for Shah Rukh Khan, who wasn't known at that point, to kill Sridevi,
and she's like just 1 hour in the movie, and she's,
but it would
she would be the other role as well in that case, but
still, but it would have been a little bit like Psycho or Scream, where Drew Barrymore just is out of the movie after 10 minutes. But we can say now that it's great that they didn't cast Sridevi, because, as you already said, it was the first commercial hit with Kajol, and also I think Shilpa Shetty's first role. So we got both of them, so that's a win-win, I guess.
And I guess it still probably was a very bold movie back then to like show this stuff in this way.
Absolutely. I think that's also part why it was so successful, that people just heard about it, word of mouth, and then I have to see this. So totally. But let's go back just a little bit. Yeah, but just the first hour, I enjoyed the first hour so much. The first song and dance number is the first romantic song with the one sister played by Shilpa Shetty, which is
Seema.
Seema Chopra, which is a great song. The music was composed by, where do I have it?
Anu Malik.
Yeah. And we get that first romantic song and dance number, which is totally lovely. Yeah. And then like 20 minutes later, we get this car chase scene on the racetrack.
You mean the race, yeah.
Which is fun, but also you know that like, this is a Bollywood movie, so don't think about logic too much. Yeah. I mean, how does he learn to drive better than this champion? Yeah. Where does the money come from?
Explain that.
They don't need to explain it, but it's silly, but it's a great scene. It's also shot very nicely. And then, of course, Kajol's character falls in love with him. Yeah. And we get the second song and dance number is another romantic song, but for the different woman.
That's just the Baazigar song. Baazigar song, which is like one of the highlights. The Baazigar song is so great. Yeah. And it's also a song where pretty much the text says you a lot about the story and about the characters, because but Priya, Kajol's character, doesn't know that much about him, but we already know that much about him.
It's a complete dream sequence.
But it's like she fantasizes about it, and it's like strange that she dreams like, and this man he says, don't doubt me. I'm doing like stuff that you don't know about, and but it's like great because he is already in her mind and can do what he wants. Yeah, and it's great. And of course the Baazigar tune, like the motif that we hear through this song, is the motif that we hear through the whole movie, and it's a great theme song.
Yeah. So after 1 hour into the movie, the storytelling kind of shifts, because up until that point, Shah Rukh Khan's character knows more than the audience. Yeah, we are not yet. We don't know his plan. We don't know his backstory. But then it shifts, and then we are kind of on the same level with Shah Rukh Khan's character, I think. Especially once we get the flashback where we learn about this huge tragedy, which is also reminded me of like Amitabh Bachchan movies from the 70s. Yeah. It's so extreme,
but I think it's a good flashback in the way it's like it tells us what happened, because it's not like 1 hour flashback. It's like maybe 10 minutes or 6, 7, 10 minutes, and it's very comprehensive and you understand everything. It's like, it's a good flashback. Now I know everything, and we cut back to the moment where he looks at this chair.
And and that chair, I think it's a great way to go back to the past with this chair spinning around. And also the scene before that is so great, because the villain character talks to him, and it seems like he's up to him. He knows what he's up to. And when you watch it, you know now there will be the twist that work for me or something like that. Yeah. It's great, but you see the tension in Shah Rukh Khan's face, and it's the movie is so simplistic and extreme, but that's also what you like about it.
It works, like it has this typical, it goes through the typical like stops that a thriller goes through, where the character is he already caught, or isn't it? And that's why we already know, if you know a lot of these movies, you know, and he's not getting caught at this point, he's getting the job. And so we know that, but it's still fun that they do this, and they don't like make it too overcomplicated. You just tell a fun story that's like engaging and intense.
Absolutely.
So
and maybe, I mean, we are, I don't know how long into the review, but maybe we should talk about Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah, Shah Rukh Khan is great in this movie.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he like embodies these two characters that he plays, like Ajay and Vicky Malhotra.
Malhotra. Yeah. A name that always comes up in Indian movies, Malhotra. I've heard that several times.
And he's great as this psychopathic,
manipulative sociopath. Yeah.
They call it anti-hero if you read about it, but it's like, that's a typical, like, they get away with it at the end, that we like feel sympathy for a character that really is
I mean, he's a killer. He kills two people who are completely innocent. But like in Dar, the other Shah Rukh Khan movie in which he plays a villain, in both movies the audience is kind of getting on his side because it's Shah Rukh Khan, he plays it still so endearing.
Yeah,
he's extreme, he's obsessive, but he's also endearing. And of course, because this whole family angle with the mother, that he's doing it for his mother, which I think, I mean, this also happens in Western movies, but I still think it's a very kind of Indian thing. It's not a typical revenge story. It's a revenge story where he's doing this for his mother, for the death of his father. That happens in Western movies as well, but I don't think as often. And here this family angle is really strong. Funny thing though, I read that this whole mother angle wasn't even in the initial screenplay.
Okay.
So I think the one which was handed to Akshay Kumar, Salman Khan, I don't think it was even in there. Okay. So originally it was even darker because he was just doing it for the money, and then they changed it to this mother angle. But I think it's very fitting for an outsider, for an Indian movie. It's all about mother, son, family. It feels very.
And it also he also works as like a not the complete psychopath, because there's also Madan Chopra, who is like he's the bigger villain.
He's a comical villain.
Yeah, he's like the villain who he's like
he seems so normal, and then he's like completely diabolical, completely over the top. It's really silly. It's like a Saturday morning cartoon. The way he turns the whole company around in just like a few weeks. Now it all belongs to him.
Yeah. And that's also funny with the stuff, with the power of attorney stuff. Like, you get these 5 pieces of paper, and now you can change everything. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
But it kind of works. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so you're kind of on his side. You want to see Madan Chopra go down. Yeah. So,
exactly. Because he's completely there. There are no redeeming qualities to that guy.
Yeah.
But with Shah Rukh Khan, and also it seems that he really falls in love with Kajol's character.
Yeah,
I think the love is real, and he also feels her love. And there's this one point in the movie later on where he thinks that's a problem now. It wasn't planned. So the love is real, and that's you don't forgive him.
You don't forgive him.
But she almost does, which is kind of silly. Because he killed her sister.
He killed your sister, but she already forgot about that like a week later, because she's so much into the investigation. But it's okay. I think that Kajol, because we talked about Shah Rukh now, Kajol is also great. I thought
also what an introduction with the whip. We first saw her. She's like putting a whip down. She's at the house. And you think like, what kind of woman is this?
She's a great. I think she's a great character because she seems to be a woman like you don't want to mess with her. Like it's not like there's a point in the movie where you think Ajay or Vicky in that case is like getting through to her. You always think, or at least I always thought about her. She's not that easy to you cannot betray her that easy. She's very.
She has a lot of agency. It's her who kind of leads the investigation. Because the inspector is like, no, it was a suicide done. And then later, no, it was the ex-boyfriend or something like that. No, sorry. And she's always no. And so she has agency, and without her, probably his plan would have worked.
Probably. So, because
but also I think
she does a great job. I really like her. I even like it's probably it's okay for me to say, but I probably liked her even more than Shah Rukh Khan. Because she's like, I don't know. It's like she's like the force that keeps the things in line in this movie. Like not that they get too silly or too extreme. It's like I really really liked her.
Someone. I think, but it's not his fault. It's more in the screenplay. But Siddharth Ray plays Inspector Kardan. And his character is really underwritten. There's this angle that he is also in love with Kajol's character, and he even has a song, which is
a nice song.
The song is nice, but
the
it's
way
also,
his lines are integrated in this when he starts to sing and we know his real feelings. It's nicely done, but
it's nicely done, but they don't do anything with
No.
that later on, so it's kind of wasted.
You don't really need it. I mean, he just could have been like a normal policeman who wants to do his job, not because he likes her, because he's a cop. And it feels a little bit tacked on. It's not as bad as like the comical stuff that like takes me out of the movie. The comical stuff is fine, but it's still
But it's a different movie.
It's like, we have to do an investigation. And it's fine, but it feels a bit...
An element that I liked a lot is the thing with the contact lenses.
Yeah,
at first you think like Shah Rukh Khan has green eyes. That I don't remember that. And then of course it's revealed.
Like I said at the beginning, this stuff worked for me because I couldn't see through the movie like for forever.
But once it's revealed that he's a pretty bad guy, there's this scene with the contact lenses where he's taking it out, and he's so great in these moments. So. Into the role, and then later when he just has one lens in his eye, and it's kind of suspenseful for
with the sweat and everything. It's always great when the movie does that, like when there's the point for a character that like with the House of Cards like begins to fall a little bit, where the real danger is like coming closer. The stuff with the lenses and of course. When there's the scene at the club with the real Vicky Malhotra, a great scene where we know now he can't get out of this one.
Also, what are the odds? I mean, in the beginning of the movie, he's on the street and there's a car and it's his friend from back in the past.
Yeah, but I think they drive to the same city. Like
to Bombay.
Yeah, Mumbai is like a really small city and
very few people in India.
There's only one club, and this is the club they're going to.
But also in that club, we get one of the most fun song and dance sequences ever. Really fun sequence. And I think the finale. Yeah. I have watched Dar, and Dar has also a super violent, bloody finale.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't expect something like this in this movie. I was really surprised.
Yeah, it's really
gruesome,
bloody and violent, and you can see that the blood is really strange red color.
But I like that.
I know that you like that. But it also didn't take me out of the movie. No. I like the finale. I like the whole, I like the whole the fight and all the stuff. It's almost entirely done in slow motion, and the audio track is with reverb. You have like everything, every sentence, everybody talks like that. It's really nice. And it's also it's a tragic and very dramatic, emotional ending. And
it has to end like this. You know it has to, because you can't
let him live.
Exactly. That would be wrong.
A bit too much.
I think I wouldn't like the movie as much if he just gets out and
he got away with it somehow, because he killed characters that
at least 3 innocent characters. The sister, the boyfriend
Ravi,
and
the boyfriend, and Anjali, the friend of the sister.
In the hotel room. So all 3 are innocent. So
So there are two small things I want to mention. Did you notice the shirt?
I did. The German.
Their shirt shop.
Their shirt shop.
It's the shirt shop. Like Vicky Malhotra in his when Priya comes to him to his house, he wears a German shirt. I tried to find a shirt like that and wear it today, but I couldn't get it. Just couldn't find it. Their shirt shop.
Their shirt shop.
What is it?
I don't know. And there are also those posters in the background with Arnold Schwarzenegger from Commando.
And there's also a Terminator poster, and there's a Die Hard poster. And I thought to myself, if there's like some nods from the director, because like we have also this point of view shots and sunglasses and
maybe
a person falling from a roof. maybe that's a bit too far-fetched, but I thought it's like Terminator is pretty obvious, because like this the way he like wears a leather jacket and the sunglasses and his point of view
in the hotel. Sure.
And of course with the synth soundtrack. It has a very like 80s thriller soundtrack, and that's which I really liked.
But the sunglasses, the poster of Baazigar, where in the reflection of the sunglasses you see the two leads, the 2 women. That's a poster that you see since then for, I think, Almost Famous, American movie. And I think Baywatch with Priyanka Chopra has also a poster. I mean, it's probably a motif, even if you haven't seen Baazigar. It's kind of a nice idea to put something in the reflection. But Baazigar has a pretty cool poster. Yeah, anything else? Or?
No, I have nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
I have
done
nothing.
With my notes too. So I think you...
What are we doing? What
are we doing now? Normally, this is the time where we talk about what we would say in German.
Yeah.
And I think you prepared something
I
in
prepared
German.
something.
So let's just give it to me.
Okay. Baazigar hat alle Elemente, die ein spannender, emotionaler, intensiver und romantischer Masala Film benötigt. Shah Rukh Khan trifft als Antiheld voll ins Schwarze, aber die großartige Kajol hat auch keinerlei Probleme mitzuhalten.
I can agree.
Now
I would probably add. Well, I mean, you talked about it, but the sound is pretty great. Cinematography is great, but you covered that.
Yeah, and I would also, of course, they're like this has to be like something short.
Yeah, it's already pretty long, but
it's really long.
Yeah,
okay, so I would also add, of course, that the comedic stuff is a bit too much, but it's okay.
Yeah, all right. So I can agree with that. I think you will give it from our discussion. Mm-hmm. I think you will go with an 8 out of 10.
You know, this is always this thing when we talk about this. I was going with a 7 out of 10.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm between 7 and 8.
I stay at 7. So
okay, that's fine. I think so. 7 out of 10.
Yeah. For me, it's a 7 out of 10. It's more like 7.4.
All right.
But I don't do that.
I don't want to repeat the exact same number. So oh man, then I will. Yeah, but I gave Dar an 8 out of 10, and I think I like Dar a little bit more because it's a little bit more extreme. The music is even catchier. But yeah, I also give it a 7 out of 10, more like a 7.3, but I don't do that either.
Okay. Oh, so normally you're good. Yeah. Yeah. Did you know?
What?
Did you know that Johnny Lever?
Yeah.
Is one of the first stand-up comedians in India,
actually,
and widely regarded as a pioneer of the stand-up comedy profession in India.
I kind of knew because I just looked up.
First trivia is a bummer.
It's a nice trivia. I just looked up Johnny Lever on Wikipedia to see how big of a deal he is in India, and I just stumbled upon this, one of the first stand-up comedians. So.
Yeah, it's like
but it's a great trivia.
Third sentence.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Buddymeister, you can do better.
I have to dig deeper.
Yeah. All right, I think that's it for today. Please let us know what you think about this new format.
It probably won't be that long for every movie.
I'm not sure. Maybe even longer.
Probably it will be
that
that long. Okay.
Yeah, maybe next time we won't get interrupted by someone ringing at the door. Yeah. But you can, and also please let us know what you think about Baazigar, and don't forget our supporters can vote for the next movie, which is one of the Marathi classics. You can hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and also on Patreon, simply at The Jimmy Cage.
And you can hit me up on Twitter at The Buddymeister.
If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like.
And make sure you hit that bell for all we have to tell.